Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to The Expanse. I'm your host, T. Good to see everyone. I'd like to say, first of all, before we get started, I'd like to wish everyone a happy Black History Month. This is a time of reflection, remembrance, to have focus and reverence on the people who came before us, black and white, and of all colors, but came before us in a unified manner to appeal for the justice of one people that weren't getting it at that time. So, in our time of reflection, let's reflect on all the races, all the colors who helped black people to attain the status that they have today. So let's give a shout out to all those pioneers of the past that came and and helped the emancipation of the people. Okay, let's talk another thing that's going to be going on Black History Month. This is going to be the Black Panther. Uh, it is time to get hyped for this movie. It's set to be released on February the 16th, and I'm hearing that it's projected to make about 100, anywhere between 115 to 120 million, which would be, fantastic. Uh, Actually, they're saying that the ticket sales for Black Panther are currently surpassing the ticket sales for Captain America Civil War. Wow. Just to think about that. And of course, Captain America Civil War went on that initial weekend to make $180 million en route to making $1.32 billion. So if Black Panther is on par with that or surpassing that as far as the advanced ticket sales, then this could be another Marvel mega hit on their hands. You know, uh, Captain America Civil War to me was, it was just a phenomenal movie. It helped solidify his trilogy as one of the best in Marvel and made him one of the centerpieces now for Marvel today. And I think this is going to be the projection of Black Panther 2. He's going to be one of the centerpieces of Marvel. So, let's kudos to those advanced ticket sale numbers, and let's hope they surpass Civil War, and let's hope it does just as well as Civil War. Okay, we know that it had its red carpet event that premiered on January the 29th, and there was a lot of, for me privately and personally, there was a lot of trepidation, there was a lot of anxiousness uh, about that movie when it premiered. Uh, because this movie, I wanted it to succeed. So, oh man, again, I had a lot of trepidation, and I remember that I spoke about in a video previously that I had difficulty sleeping. I had difficulty relaxing, and once the embargo was lifted at about, I believe, 1 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. I'm in New York, and all the reviews were positive. I woke up. I didn't wake up. I was in a neither here nor there state. And I looked at it and I seen some of the positive reviews, and then finally at that point I could decompress and get myself a little bit of relaxation. And those reviews, those early reviews were all positive. We're talking about Collider and Variant and IGN, and later on I went and looked at other ones, the Screen Junkies and those type of groups, and everybody had positive reviews about it. So I was very, very, very happy about that, because this film. First of all, let's talk about Marvel. Marvel has a way of taking like relatively obscure characters and making them mainstream characters. I mean, everybody knows the DC Vanguard. Your Supermans, your Batmans, your Flash and Wonder Woman. You could be DC or not, and you're still going to know all of those characters, whether you're DC or not. But Marvel, before 2008 with Kevin Feige and this Marvel Studio thing, everybody, the only stalwart of Marvel You could say probably Spider-Man, like universally known. Maybe like Spider-Man, universally known. But what they have done to Captain America, to Iron Man, to Thor, they have placed those people on a par where they are above those DC characters now. So kudos to that. I mean, a hell of a job you did there. And this film is similar to Wonder Woman because it has a lot of importance. Wonder Woman was a great movie. It had to be great on. It wanted to be great on its own. It wanted to also be the standard bearer for, the DC universe, because at that point they were just, just throwing all balls. I mean, Batman versus Superman. That didn't meet expectations. Nor did Man of Steel itself. So I mean, they just didn't meet expectations. So Wonder Woman had a lot of added pressure because it had the burden of trying to make that universe survive, and it did an excellent job. Well, Black Panther didn't come in with the severity of that, and Wonder Woman also was an important movie because of the gender base. I mean, we never had a female lead character as a superhero. So Wonder Woman also had that additional burden, but it did well. It surpassed all the expectations of it. It toted all of the additional weight that it had to carry, and it did well. Well, Black Panther is doing a lot of that in its own right, because you're carrying a culture on you. I mean, and not only for blacks, like a lot of females felt with Wonder Woman. It's not only blacks. I mean, you have red people were like their own hero. Yellow people were like their own hero. Brown people were like their own hero. Everyone wants to see a representation of themselves. So I would say let's all celebrate Black Panther. All people of color, white people, red people, brown people, yellow people. Let's all get together, and black people. Let's all get together and celebrate diversity. And let's root for this thing. But I mean, the reviews are already out. I mean, everybody is loving it. You can go to the tube right now, YouTube, and look at a lot of people who had the privilege to see it. And it's just, I don't think I've heard one thing negative about the movie. I mean, not one negative thing about the whole movie. And I've always said, I mean, just for instance, let's look at this cast. You got Chadwick Boseman, you got Michael B. Jordan, you got Lupita Nyong'o, you have Angela Bassett, you have Forrest Whitaker, you have Letitia Wright, you have that other guy from Get Out. His name escapes me right now. But all of these people have made their bones. I mean, Angela Bassett and Forrest Whitaker. Forrest Whitaker is an Oscar winner, Academy Award winner. So, and I've always said for myself, the most important facet of a movie, after you have a great story, a great script, is the actors. And because if you have exceptional actors, you can have them do the lines for selling Girl Scout cookies, or the lines for selling lemonade at a lemonade stand, and they can make that seem engaging and enticing. It's incredible. This is the reason why I've always thought that I've never been a big fan of the X-Men the way they were. I've always thought they weren't done right, and which is one of the reasons why I'm looking so forward to Marvel finally getting the rights to them to do them right. But you could never go into an X-Men film and it completely flop because it had two strong actors. When you have like a McAvee in there, when you have like a Fassbender, I mean, these guys are going to, the analogy I just gave about the Girl Scout cookies and the lemonade stand, I mean, these guys are going to act no matter how, even if the script and everything is flawed, they will still act in the lines that they were given. So it's kind of tough to beat that. You know, it's really tough to beat that. So if you look at all of these tremendous actors and actresses that were assembled for Black Panther, And then you just look at the creative genius of Ron Coogler and what he has done in the past. You look at Creed, and you look at Fruitvale Station, and you know that he has given all of those characters great depth, and all of them were powerful movies. Not just because they were like, you know, a black, based on a black character. I mean, they were all powerful movies because they embodied the director, what he was trying to express. If he was trying to express grief, then you felt it. If he was trying to express anxiety, then you felt it. So that is really, you know, shout out and kudos for the director and somebody that has this incredible genius like Coogler does. So I knew when it was first announced that he was going to have the Black Panther. I mean, I knew that he would do a phenomenal job, and from everything I'm hearing, it's just like maybe like just candy for the eyes. I mean, it's just gonna you go in there, you go in that place and just get ready to release yourself and just get ready to be emotionally spent when you come out of it, because it's gonna be exhilarating. It's gonna be thrilling. These comic book movies, this genre has become vital. I mean, has become vital. Then you have a lot of haters out there. You have Jodie Foster and all of these other haters. It's too many to count nowadays. And they're saying things like, okay, this part of movies, this genre of movies is becoming a little bit overboard and this or that. But if you look at the top grossing movies annually, probably since 2008, I'm sure if you look at the top 5 grossing movies on a yearly basis, I bet you out of 5, I bet you at least 3, maybe even 4 of them are going to be based on this genre, like a superhero or something. It's action superhero movies. It's just the way it is. And trust me, it's not going anywhere. I mean, it's not going anywhere. I'm very proud of, in closing, I'm very proud of what Marvel has been able to accomplish. I mean, again, I think I said in the previous video, I'm very proud to be a Marvel fan. I think I gave some of my pedigree, how I came to be into Marvel, and I'm very proud of them, what they have done. You know, I mean, it's really great. So let's all feel Black Panther. Let's get electrified over that. Let's go out and support it. And yeah, I mean, yeah. Listen, I also want to say also that it's really good to do videos for you. Hopefully these things are the topics, and I plan on going to a wide range of topics in a while. Not just not comic book based movies, and not just like sporting things. I want to go into other topics too, and further on down the road, I will be announcing some of the other topics that we're going to start discussing. But okay, I mean, if you like what you've heard, come on down and hit me up with a like and hit me up with a subscribe, and let's keep on pumping. Let's keep doing it. All right, listen, thank you. Black Panther. Let's go see it. Let's go do it. And let's do it live. Thank you so much. Take care.